Hi guys, today I wanted to do kind of a different style of video. I know I never talk in any of my videos, but today I wanted to talk about the topic of what clay I use, just because it's always asked constantly over and over again. So I decided that I would finally make a video talking about what clay I use. Lots of people ask me if I use cold porcelain, but in fact I just use polymer clay, and I've never worked with cold porcelain before. So today I'm gonna talk about how I kind of get that translucency effect in my charms that so many of you ask about, and like how to go about that process, and just some of my little tips and tricks. So as you can see, this is one of my charms, and you can kind of see that it has kind of a translucency look to it, and the colors are not so flat, and the colors are also a lot lighter. So I use polymer clay. I really like, let's see, Fimo. Primo and Sculpey are the brands that I usually use most often. So lots of you ask if I use ecru colored clay, and I always tell you that I do, but then I realized just now that the color I use, the color I use is actually Sahara. So it is Sahara by Fimo, and I really like this color for pastries and all that. But what I do is I use the Primo translucent clay, and what I do is I buy the 3-pack because it's a lot easier for me, because I do use it so much, and I mix this color into every single color clay I use. So this is just the plain translucent. It's not the white translucent or like colored translucent. It's just the plain translucent. And let's see, I don't know if it has the color on here. Yeah. So where is it? Right here. It's just translucent. And I mix this into every single color clay that I use. So to get kind of a nice pastry color, I'll just take a tiny bit of this and mix it with the translucent, and once you do that you should get a color that looks like this, and you only need the tiniest amount of Sahara and translucent to get this color. So big ball of translucent, tiny amount of Sahara to get a nice pastry color. So another question that I get asked a lot is what color am I using for like my macarons, let's say. So I never use one single color, so I can never answer your question. I just always take a variety of pinks, let's say, and mix it with white and translucent. So they're usually like 3 to 5 colors in every piece that I use, except for the pastry color, which is just these two. So hopefully that kind of answers some of your questions. I'm sorry that I can't be more specific about that. So out of all translucent clays, I really prefer this Primo translucent clay. One time I tried using Kato translucent clay, and it was good too, but it kind of had this weird smell to it before baking, so I don't know, it just seemed kind of creepy to me, so that's why I always use this kind. This also, it's not too hard and not too soft, although it does take some conditioning to get it to moldable consistency, but overall I really like it, and it's my favorite clay. One more good thing about using translucent clay is that it kind of hardens up your clay a little bit, because I know that using just regular clay out of the block is very soft, and personally I don't like using extremely soft clay. It doesn't hold texture as well, so mixing translucent into your clay really helps harden up your clay, and it'll make the texture stay longer, and I don't know, it looks a lot better when you texture clay or yeah, when you make textures on translucent clay. I don't know, for some reason it just looks a lot better than just doing it on flat clay from the block. So since translucent clay does lighten your color if you just have a big ball of translucent and a tiny amount of your desired color and mix it together, which I normally do, but let's say for these raspberries I might want a darker color, so what I would do is I would mix the translucent clay with chalk pastels to get a darker color. So that helps a lot. It gives you darker colors while still having that translucent quality, rather than adding lots and lots of colored clay to it, which will take away the translucency. But the chalk pastels will leave the translucency while still having a deep and rich colored clay. So just to compare, I know lots of you are probably wondering why I even use translucent in every color I use. So to start out, this is a cake that I made over a year ago. It doesn't have any translucent in it, and you can just kind of see how flat the colors are, and I don't know, it just doesn't look as realistic and dimensional, and I don't know, I don't know, I just don't like it as much. But then here is one of my more recent cakes, and I used translucent in all of the colors that I used on this cake, and you can just see how the cake texture and the cake color looks a lot more realistic, and the colors aren't so flat, which gives it kind of a more realistic look. And I don't know, there's just something more professional looking about it when you use translucent clay. I don't know, that's just my opinion, of course. Okay, so again, to compare translucent and like just plain clay that you can buy from the block. So this is the translucent pink that I mixed with translucent, and you can see that it looks more dimensional, and of course it's a lot lighter, but it kind of has a sheen to it also. And then compared to this hot pink that just came from the block, and it just looks a lot flatter in my opinion. So that's just another comparison, so you can kind of see the difference that translucent clay. So I hope that answered all the questions you have about what clay I use. If not, always feel free to ask more questions in the comments or on Instagram or Facebook, and maybe I will make another video like this. I hope the audio was okay in this video, even though I've never tried making a video like this. So overall, I just hope that this video was very helpful to all of you who are wondering about this topic. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. So yeah, have a great day everyone, and thank you.